And we just want to kind of explain about how this house is actually going to be paid for in the next 2 weeks. I am super hyped about being able to do this. I've worked really hard for this for the last few years. Guys, continuing our tour of Supercar Street Racing Mansion, so huge, 1,500 square feet total. We are heading out into the garage now. Let's take a look at what we have out here. And we actually do have some laundry going right now. And let's get some lights on in here. All right, so let's talk about the Supercar Street Racing garage. Now, the first thing you will notice out here is that we do not have a car at this time. We have a non-running mini bike and an awesome golf cart because I am in the process of finding a vehicle. Now out here in the garage, out in my garage, some of the things that have been done out here are when I bought this awesome LG Signature set of washer and dryer, I repainted this whole entire wall there. I did recessed lighting back in here. I did this light here, and also I did these cabinets up top. And when I did the cabinets, I put power inside of there, which turned out really good for all of my tools and stuff. So taking a look inside here, we have tools, charging, and then over here we just have miscellaneous stuff, electrical equipment, and on top we have a nice area of storage, and we have the audio system for the garage entertainment. Joe, Dukes of Duval, and myself built this workbench years ago, about 10 years ago almost, so that is still there. And you can see I have my tools on top. Joe and I did a video with the vise and the grinder install. Over here on this wall we have tools hung up on pegboard style. My whole garage has pegboard, as you can see. We also have our landscape light timer here for one side of the yard, and we have our Wise sprinkler controller for the other side of the yard. Looking up here, we have our new garage entertainment system, and behind that is where we did all the nice work up through the wall. And that is our garage entertainment system. It is a 1080p television that I have had for almost 12 years. I have two of them. Here we have, again, we have our LG Signature washer and dryer, and these guys are actually connected to Wi-Fi, and they will notify you when your wash and your dry is done. I have added power right here, but one thing I would like to do is add power all the way down both walls and put a retractable power up here where the Chamberlain garage door opener is. This is actually a smart garage door opener which does Wi-Fi. I replaced that about 1.5 years ago. We also have a dot right here if we need to do any smart related stuff. And we have a nice storage area under here for our air compressor, our miter saw, and other miscellaneous items. And stepping back to the front of the garage so you can get a good look here. This is what the garage looks like. We borrowed this table from Rich and Trish to work on the mini bike. But there's the golf cart, and that golf cart does charge from right here. There is the charger, even though I need to get power done here on this wall, and I will get that done soon. That is a look at the Supercar Street Racing garage. All right, everybody, so just a good look at the orientation of where we are. The living room's there, the outside is there. If we take a left here, we have our dining room here, which you already saw, but straight ahead is the master bedroom, which is now the Supercar Street Racing studio, and also this is my work area. And so just stepping in here, if we made a right, we would be out at the pool. There is a sliding glass door there. Over here is where we have our editing rig, It's also the setup for my work. We have two setups here. So if we need to work, we can do personal stuff on one and work on the other one. We have a monitor over on this side, which actually has, for editing, we can see our master output there. And there is the Supercar Street Racing editing rig. That's the Supercar Street Racing real work rig. We got our keyboard back there and our amplifier as well. But yeah, this is the Supercar Street Racing office / studio. We have a bunch of the gear here that we use to actually shoot videos. We've got a nice smart single light switch right there. We've got a show 5 here. We've got recessed lighting up in the ceiling, which I did when this was an office for my ex-wife. We also have in-ceiling audio to the whole home audio system. We have a nice Red Hot Chili Peppers poster and some LED lights that I got out in LA. We have a stereo speaker set, which is going out into the studio. Those will be the mains for the studio right there, and we will have a subwoofer as well. And that is a look at the office. It needs to be spacious. I do so much in here related to the channel and related to actual employment. And then if you were to step right here, you would see the beautiful outdoor view, which we will take you guys into after the tour of the bathroom. Okay, so looking into the master bathroom from the Supercar Street Racing office, if we go over here, we see this awesome LCD smart switch from Landbahn. We press that, and the lights do come on in the master bathroom here in Supercar Street Racing, which has had a lot of work done since I bought the house, but most notably, my most favorite project was the LCD LED smart mirrors, and they are not only smart, they have built-in makeup lighting, but I also added the Govee smart strips behind the mirrors, and they are all controlled with the show right there. And when I did this last remodel, when I got this brand new vanity, I had to remove the trim on the wall to get the vanity in because it is so tight. But when I did that, I made an effort to hide the wiring for the show and also added electrical behind the mirrors for the Govee smart strips. And there you have the epitome of my favorite project in the world. It is also lit from below. And if we turn the lights off in here, we get a good look at how this looks with the door closed. And this is the Supercar Street Racing master bathroom in its full glory. Hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. I'm loving giving this tour. And now this is the Supercar Street Racing master bath. Nothing special, white tile, same tile down here on the floor. All this tile was redone when I bought the house. Let's get some lights going again. This tile was replaced. There was actually carpet in here in the master closet as well. This was all replaced when I bought the house, and we also did some of the same glass and marble tile down there to kind of finish off that ledge. When we did the floors, we also did the trim in the floor stuff as well, which I came up with that idea. And yeah, you can see here we just have a regular old white bathroom. This whole thing was refinished. It has a rain shower head, and we keep all the stuff there. This room actually has been converted to recessed lighting and recessed lighting in the shower, and it does have whole home audio. The outer bathroom has the other side of the whole home audio, so it's left in one and right in the other one. And I did add these LED lighting fixtures years ago, but I have upgraded them to better bulbs. And then here we have the Supercar Street Racing master closet. It's also storage for electronics. It has been converted to recessed lighting, as you can see, which made a huge difference. It had one light right there. And now it is where I keep all my clothes and extra electronics, all kinds of extra PCs and computers. And getting a look there, you can see how it goes out into the master bathroom. But yeah, this is the SCSR master closet. Guys, this is where our tour takes us out of the Supercar Street Racing editing facility and onto the backyard for the yard tour. And you walk out here and you do see that this is where our patio is. And we completed all this work on the patio. We did the beam, we did the fan, we did all the electrical and the lighting, and we did a new rug when we built and remodeled this backyard. And you can see here, that is the sunroom there, and then that enters into the Supercar Street Racing office, which is also my work office. So this is the patio. It has the RGB Govee sconce lighting. It has RGB lighting in this lamp as well. We do have some furniture out here. We do have a television with a fire stick in it, and that is the entrance to the sunroom. We have a beautiful Sofucor fan with a remote control in there, and this turtle was found in the yard and refurbished. It was buried in the yard, and I painted it the nice copper paint color. We also have some things on the wall here, some art, and we have speakers up there that can either be run off of this television or the inside whole home audio system. And turning out here to behind me, we have the wonderful, beautiful Supercar Street Racing backyard, which we will give you a tour of now. We started by remodeling this entire pool and pool deck and adding sections on. We remodeled this pool with PebbleTech, and we did glass tile on the edge. You can see the glass tile there on the step tiles, and glass tile all the way around the edge of the pool. And it does have some pretty cool looking reflections when you walk around. Kind of hard to see because the sun isn't shining on it now, but this pool was redone completely with PebbleTech, and this pool deck was redone with travertine. This entire pool deck redone. Both sides of the house were also redone, but more importantly, this section was added with pavers so that I could put 2 more chairs out here, because the sun doesn't always hit those chairs and the sun doesn't always hit those chairs, but at certain times of day you can be on either one of these chairs and get sun. So the pavers were added. We also refreshed, that is my fish pond, by the way, my real fish pond. No alligators allowed in fish pond. Yep. Got a little bit of algae in it, but yeah, I built that fish pond. We did refresh all the mulch and all the landscaping in the backyard. The wind has knocked over my plastic chairs. We do have a fire pit right there. We have some lovely birds down there, and we will see some alligators today as well. We have some little cranes out here doing their thing right there. They just took off. There's the fire pit, and those chairs go right up against the fire pit. I made those chairs out of palm trees, which there was a palm tree next to that, and we cut that down and used those for stools, which they're very hard on your legs. So not a good idea, actually, in hindsight. Your legs get scraped by the actual palm. They need to be sanded down. We had our existing patio furniture out here, which we bought new cushions for and placed over here. We were able to move, and we'll get to that in a minute, we were able to move our, well, we used to have an umbrella till it blew away in the wind. We were able to move that table and chairs from here over to the new patio. We will go over that shortly. We refreshed all this landscaping and added borders around it. And out here we have the dock that was built about 10 years ago. And we have a bunch of wildlife creatures around here, and we have turtles right out there, and we have an alligator right here swimming towards us, and he is right out there. Let's see if I can zoom in on him for you, is right there. And there are other ones in here as well. There's another one coming this way, heading towards us from back there. We've got this guy chilling, and this is a look back at the backyard from the dock. The dock does have furniture on it. I just cleaned all this furniture and pressure washed the dock and the bulkhead there, so it all looks very nice. And there is the alligator and the other alligator and a third alligator coming towards us as we speak. Right there. See, we got 3 of them coming. One on the right, one on the left, and one straight ahead, all the way down there, of varying sizes. That's a little guy right there, but here he comes. And he's getting closer. So that's how the house looks from the back with this tour. And I'll show you what happened with the fence. All this fence is brand new all the way around the property. It's all brand new vinyl fencing, and we were able to move the fence from where that gutter is all the way to the front to get some more space for the backyard. We added the rocks on the side of the fence as well, and all this concrete is new, every bit of it. You can tell concrete was not there. None of this was concrete. We added all of this concrete here all the way up to the front to the fence. Added this patio, which did have an umbrella until about a week ago. I went on a trip, I came home, and it was gone. So it either got stolen, which is unlikely, or the wind took it, but it was very windy here, so it definitely was the wind. This is a cool little patio. I just need to buy another umbrella. And there's a look at the pool and the landscaping on this side. Walking back to this other side, we will show you the brand new pool equipment. All this concrete is new. We made this garden out of existing yard. We had plants here, they died in the last rain, or in the last freeze, sorry. But it looks like they're coming back on both sides. All this concrete was added along with this fence. The fence used to be behind where that AC is. We moved it up to the very front of the property so we could build the Supercar Street Racing Studio, which is still being worked on. This is the brand new pool equipment. It's all Wi-Fi enabled, brand new stuff, the newest technology available, and it's all Jandy with the control panel there. And our landscape lighting back here is also Wi-Fi enabled, and it controls all of the landscape lighting. And then we have nice lights on the fence there all the way around the house. All this was added. I know it looks crooked, it's really not. The fence is actually running away from the property line. The shed is, the Supercar Street Racing Studio is actually straight with the house. And if we go up here, we have a nice pad here to add a shelter one day if we want to park something under, which I think that is my plan, so I can have 2 cars in the future. But we have the studio here, which we are going to take a look at next. This is the lean-to addition to the house. That is the Supercar Street Racing Future Studio. And let's go ahead and enter this guy right here. And it is all locked up. So let's go ahead and go in. We don't want anybody stealing the nothing that's inside. It's literally oxygen. And this is the Supercar Street Racing Studio here with dirt in it because it's not sealed up all the way underneath the door. So I've got to get that done. This is actually just blowing through underneath the door because there's no weather stripping around the door. But this is the future home of the Supercar Street Racing Studio, and we have to get some AC put in here. We're going to get a split system. We're going to seal around that door completely. We are going to get insulation done, and this wall here is going to be beautiful with 250-inch televisions, 4K, and we will have a desk to actually broadcast on, and the best lighting available in the Supercar Street Racing Studio. But yeah, this is it. It's about I don't know, 150 square feet. It's perfect for a studio. It's not very hot today, but it does get hot. It either needs a window AC unit or it needs a split system. So this is a good look at the studio. It's going to have a bunch of wiring done, and it is going to have insulation drywall. And all the wiring done on this wall, all the wiring done into the house so that we actually have Ethernet out here and not Wi-Fi. And I will update you guys on this after we get more done. Here we are in the Supercar Street Racing editing facility, and you can see we have all kinds of editing equipment around here for us to create the Supercar Street Racing content daily. We try to do one video a day. It's very difficult sometimes, but now we are actually testing out our HyperX mic while we do this voiceover for you. And we just want to kind of explain about how this house is actually going to be paid for in the next 2 weeks. I am super hyped about being able to do this. I've worked really hard for this for the last few years, and I just want to tell you guys kind of how that can be done. So the first thing is, I would say to save all your money possible, cut corners when you can, and make those extra payments. The first problem that happens with people is they try to just get by with the minimum payments on the mortgage. It would benefit you so greatly if you just take one extra payment per year, or even 5 extra payments per year, or 6, or if you can do an extra payment per month. You have no idea how fast that will decrease that debt in your mortgage. Now for me, I've been really lucky because I've had some good investments and things like that. And I have been able to not only do the pool renovation outside, but I've also been able to put more than a couple of extra payments per month into that Supercar Street Racing mortgage. So I've been able to get the house paid down quite a bit in the last year, and it looks like around March the 15th, I will have paid off this beautiful house. That's right. I think it's about 20 years early if you calculate the time that I've gotten this thing paid. Now, the interesting part of this also is I've been watching the payments go down as far as interest, and the payment are showing an interest level of like $40 for the last payment, which is absolutely amazing. It looks like over the span of the loan, this is going to save me about $50,000, and that will actually pay for a vehicle for Supercar Street Racing. So how can you pay your house off early? Well, it's all about making good investment choices and putting that extra income into the house. You may not have the ability to do as many payments as I did, and that's totally fine. You can still get this done because there's other ways to do it as well. I use my credit card points because I have a Wells Fargo credit card, and I apply those points directly to the mortgage. On the Wells Fargo site, you can actually pay off your credit cards or your mortgage if you have a Wells Fargo mortgage with your actual points from your Wells Fargo rewards card. And I have been able to get some payments done on the house, and like I said, looking like February 14th, this place will be completely paid off, and I will be just having to worry about property taxes and insurance on the place. Guys, if you have any advice for anyone else, or if you have some experience paying off your mortgage early or making extra payments, I'd love to hear about it down in the comments. I really appreciate you guys clicking through our links to purchase our products. It helps the channel greatly. I don't make money off the channel. I actually lose quite a bit of money per year on Supercar Street Racing. Please like this video and subscribe, and I hope you like the house tour of the soon fully owned by me Supercar Street Racing mansion of 1,500 square feet. And we'll see you guys next time on the channel.